So hi friends, this is Shomik Bishas and you are attending my class of circuit theory. Today my topic is graph theory and you are attending the last class, I mean the 5th class of the graph theory, and this class is particularly dedicated for the orthogonal relationship of that A, B and Q. Now what is the B matrix? That is called the loop matrix. What is AI? That is called the incidence matrix. So incidence matrix, how to calculate or how to create that, I have already discussed in that lecture 2 of that particular topic. It means that graph theory lecture 2, if you are following in this particular video lecture series, you can see how you have to calculate that AI or the incidence matrix. In the next one, I put your knowledge on the tie set. The tie set matrix, it is the lecture 3. There I have told what is BA or the loop matrix or the current matrix. So what is the relation between AI and BA? The relation is this, that if you are making one transpose to BA, so AI BA transpose, if it is multiplied that determinant value, it must be equals to 0. Now the reverse is also true. If you are taking AIT BA, then it must be equals to 0. So this is called the orthogonal relationship of A and BA, but this is applicable for linear graph only. If the graph is not linear, so that orthogonal relationship cannot be applied onto them. In the same way, if you are having two graph, if you are having two matrix, one is Q, another is B. Q is what? Cut-set matrix, and BA is a loop matrix. So the cut-set matrix, if multiplied with that transpose of that loop matrix, or the determinant of QA and BA transpose, if multiplied, it will give you that 0 result. On the other hand, if you are taking, if it is QA and BA, whereas QAT and BA, if it is multiplied, so obviously that relation again comes to 0. Okay, so here one thing is very important, that in the case of orthogonal relationship, the transpose and non-transpose are mutually transferable. So the transpose part can be applied to the non-transpose part, but one thing is this, the transpose matrix must be multiplied with the non-transpose part. Say here AI BAT, BA transpose equals to 0. Again BA into AI transpose must be equals to 0. So it is orthogonal relationship, but the but the graph must be linear. Again, if you are considering Q and B, so obviously B transpose Q equals to 0, or BQ transpose must be equals to 0. So obviously Q and B are orthogonal to each other. In the same way, B and A orthogonal to each other. So obviously A and Q is orthogonal to each other. So these A, B and Q, they all are orthogonal to each other. It means if you are taking one transpose and another non-transpose part, and if you are multiplying the determinant part, so it must be equals to 0. Now the relationship between A, B and Q, already I have told they are orthogonal to each other. Now what is the direct or mathematical relationship? So first of all, let me have a detailed discussion on that. Now this is number 1, A. I have already shown that one incidence matrix can be written in the form of link and twig matrix. So I have shown this particular one perhaps in lecture 2 or lecture 3, where I have discussed that link and twig concept, and there I have shown you that AT, the twig matrix, if you are taking determinant, it is a non-singular matrix and it will result somehow +1 or -1, but not, it is a singular matrix, it is a non-singular matrix. Now A can be written as AT colon AL. So in the same way, you can see that B can be written as BT colon BL, the same twig matrix and the link matrix for the current matrix or the closed loop matrix. And here A, the incidence matrix, the case is same. And the same thing, that Q can be applied as QT colon QL. So here BL and AL all are the unity matrix, so we can better write it as U. Okay, but that QT equals to the unity matrix and QL is not. Now by 1 we can write that ABT, already I have discussed that ABT, it is number 1, equals to 0. So ABT, it means AB transpose equals to 0. So AB transpose can be written as AT colon AL for A and BT for B transpose. So it is BT BL, B tweak, B link, all of them have different transpose. So it can be written in this way. So A transpose colon A links, that matrix multiplied with the transpose matrix of BT colon BL. Okay, so finally the result is AT BT T transpose and plus AL BL T transpose equals to 0. In the next one I can again write, so B of suffix T transpose BT transpose equals to, again with that minus AT BT transpose into AT inverse. So I can write again BT equals to minus of AT inverse into AL whole transpose into BL. Now that BL is basically that unity matrix. So we can again write that BT equals to AT inverse AL transpose colon BL, it is previously there, so it is 1, and the final answer for B equals to minus AT inverse AL colon U. Okay, that is point number 4 or IV, Roman 4 is given, and the first equation BT transpose is equals to minus AT inverse AL transpose T dot BL, that name is point number 7. So it is the 7th equation VII written, and the last one B equals to minus AT inverse AL colon U, it is the number 4th equation. Now by 2, you see, that is by 2 we can write that A equals to AT, here what is 2, it is given as BA QAT transpose. So before going to this I can again write that AB transpose equals to 0. So A can be written as A equals to AT U minus BL inverse BT, if you are taking the reverse one, because they are orthogonal to each other, so the reverse can be written. So that is given as equation number V or 5. So what is Q? Q is equals to Q link and Q tweak. So here QT equals to U, unity matrix, and QBT equals to 0. So therefore QT colon QL into B transpose T BL transpose, if whole transpose is taken, so obviously Q equals to U means unity matrix colon minus BL inverse BT transpose, that is equation number 6. Now if you are putting equation number 6 in equation number 5, so obviously you will be getting A transpose into Q, that is equals to A. So Q equals to what? AT inverse. So AT colon AL into AT inverse. Why? Because A can be written as AT colon AL, so I am just replying this. Okay, so it is again U colon AL AT inverse, that is equation number 8. Now what is 7? In the same way you can calculate 7, that BT equals to AT inverse dot AL whole bracket transpose dot BL. Here BL equals to U, so B twig transpose equals to minus AT inverse dot AL whole bracket close. Now this 7th number equation if we place in 8th, so that AT inverse dot AL can be easily replaced with that BT, it means B twig transpose. So finally you will be getting that Q equals to U colon minus B of suffix T transpose equals to QT colon QL. Now comparing this, QT equals to U, already unity matrix. So what is the definition of QL? It is basically BT transpose. Okay, so QL equals to minus BT transpose, and you can find out this relation is applicable for all of this. So if you want to replace that twig value to the branch value, twig value to the link value of any B, Q and A, you have to follow this mathematical derivation which I have made under the category of relationship between A, B and Q. Okay, now here we are giving that expression for KVL. In that KVL I already told you that you have to consider that cut set. So here I have drawn one basic loop equation of that KVL. So here how many loops are there? 3 loops are there. Okay, so if you are taking this loop, so for the first loop, what is the branch voltage? V1, V2, V4. So it must be equals to 0. Now around the current orientation you are taking the tie set, so obviously one arrow is the off direction, so minus V1 plus V2 plus V4 equals to 0. In the same way, that F loop 2 and F loop 3, you will be having that set of 3 equation all total. 3 tie sets are there, and the equation is here 3. Now if we are considering this, so how to write this? Here first of all I have to get that incidence matrix of that particular network structure. So I have to get that incidence matrix. According to that tie set I can easily calculate, or normally I can calculate the incidence matrix, and therefore all the branches are taken in that form of this V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Why? Because all total 6 lines are there, 6 branches are there, so 6 branch voltages are there. So what KVL says that incidence matrix A dot that V must be equals to 0. So here if you are multiplying this inside that matrix, you will be getting this particular equation that I already shown, that 1, 2 and 3. If you are evaluating the entire matrix, you will be getting these 3 set of equations. So that is the expression for KVL. Now what is the expression for KCL? If you are doing this incidence matrix with that I equals to 0, so obviously here the concept of F cut set is used instead of tie set in KVL. So that is also that you can do KVL and KCL using of graph theory. So in the last class I have discussed the orthogonal relationship and the part relationship of the link and twig matrix of each and individual. So the relation between AT, BT, AL, BL and BT, QT, BT, then BL and QL, all these things is being cleared. That what is a part relation, it means what is the relation between the twig and link matrix of each and individual A, B and Q matrix, that I already have discussed in the last slide, and that is the end of the entire session. So in future more mathematical problem I will discuss in this concept, in this particular graph theory chapter, or in many more chapters of the circuit theory I have discussed many more topics, many more ideas, many more tricks to solve this type of mathematical problem. But the circuit theory is basically one practice based paper, so the thing is very easy to you, but if you are not doing much practice, in the exam finally you will be completely perplexed to do whatever the answer correctly. So do a lot of practice, understanding should be very much clear. If you are having a lot of doubts in this particular context, you can write me, or in my class you can ask me freely. I must have answer of all your question that is originated. So thank you very much for today's lecture, and that is no more discussion, all rested. So therefore I am ending the intersection of the circuit theory. In future I will again come with lot of question and answer and mathematical problems. So see you, all of you, early next in my all steps that I will take in future. I am going to publish one of my YouTube channel. The EEE department of SVIST is going to publish its own special YouTube channel. This particular YouTube channel will having different sort of lectures like this. So these particular lectures I have already uploaded to my YouTube channel and the departmental YouTube channel. So if you are unable to have collect my classes, so please go through it. I think a lot of good result will be there for you if you are following this, and further lot of practices is required to have a very good sense, very good grip and very good skill also for this type of paper. So thank you very much all of you for the pleasant listening, and see you all next in my next move. Thank you very much.